So we'll be talking about the stages of awakening. I'll name the stage and then put an example in line with these recent rape cases and angry Africans. This information came to me in a form of a program, a computer program, right? So I'll put it as is, as it came. I'll just regurgitate it. So step one is a smooth program. Stage two of awakening is glitching. Then program not responding. And after that, the program just crashed, removed, and unavailable, which is the fifth and final stage of awakening, which is oneness. So hi guys, welcome back to everyone, to every returning viewer, to new viewers. Here we address controversial matters that people are extremely naive to address, but then we address them here. And if you feel like you don't agree with my truth in this video, it's okay. It means that you found your own truth, or it means that this is not your truth. Keep on seeking, right? So today I was live streaming on Facebook on issues of these false rapes and angry Africans and all that. So I decided to come and make a full video, but structure it in a sense that I'll be addressing the stages of awakening. Sorry, I'll be reading because it's just information that just rushed in, that I just downloaded right now. So I haven't been pondering over it. It's just something that came to me right now, so I wrote it down real quick. Right, so I'll be reading a bit. So we'll be talking about the stages of awakening. I will name the stage and then put an example in line with these recent rape cases and angry Africans. Next step, example of etc. etc. Right? Okay, so let's just get to it. The stage one of awakening. This information came to me in a form of a program, a computer program, right? So I'll put it as is, as it came. I'll just regurgitate it, right? Okay, so step one is a smooth program, right? This is when the computer program is just running smoothly, it's fast, it does everything, you just execute it, you tell it to do that, to do this, you control it here and there, execute this, delete that, do this, do that, right? You're just controlling it and it's running smoothly, right? That is phase one. It is when people are okay with the status quo. They're not questioning anything, they're just running smoothly. They're given this law, they're given this regulation, societal standards are brought forth, societal morals are brought forth, and they just accept them as they come. They accept them as they come. So in line with these rape cases, it was when people, whenever a female would feel that they're on heat, they'll just grab the nearest man and help themselves. Whenever a male was on heat, they'll just grab the nearest female and help themselves. It was okay, right? And there were just no questions. It was just okay. It was what was done, the normal thing, a status quo, right? The program was running smoothly, everything was okay. There was just that, right? And then part two, stage two of awakening is glitching, right? Right? Glitching there, exactly. This is what it's called, glitching. When the program is glitching, malfunctioning, right? Now this is when people are starting to ask questions, right? They are not just zombies moving around accepting everything as they come. They're asking questions. Why is this thing done? Why are we accepting this, right? So it's glitching because it's like, what is happening? But then what else is there? What other option do I have, right? That's when, in line with these rape cases, people were feeling on heat and just taking the nearest party and helping themselves. And then whatever party, maybe the on heat the on heat individual started to ask themselves that, am I really supposed to do this? Why can't I just have that one party to just do this thing with over and over again, other than busy attacking somebody else who is not even on heat themselves, who maybe doesn't even want to partake in this thing? But then what other option is there, right? You're glitching, you're asking questions, but then you're like, what other options are there? So let me just continue doing it, right? And with the black people, it was during slavery when they were enslaved, and they were like, why am I feeling sad about this? Why do I feel emotional being beaten? Why do I feel emotional being oppressed like this? Why do I feel like I'm a human being, but then I'm told that I'm not a human being? So my feelings are not valid, let me just ignore it, right? They're glitching, they're asking questions, but then they're like, yeah, they resume, program is resuming. It glitches, then oh, it resumes, right? Because there are no any other options, right? And then program not responding. You're trying to click on the program, it's not responding. You're trying to click on the program, it's not responding. This is the part whereby you just keep on asking the questions. The questions are coming in, the questions are coming, and now the questions are coming in, and the questions are coming out, and the answers are also coming in. You have questions, and the answers come. You're like, that makes sense. Now you just don't even want to snap back because this makes sense. That makes sense. Like, that's when slavery started asking questions like, why are these white people oppressing us and giving us the Bible that slave masters obey your slaves? I don't know what chapter it's in, but then it was one of these things that white people try to oppress black people with, right? So then they started asking that, but also on other sections, they're like, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Human beings should be treated equally. There is fairness in the same book that oppresses me. Why is that? Then they started being learned, understanding that this thing was used to oppress us even further, to dumb us down. Now the answers are coming in and they make sense, right? The program now, it doesn't want to snap back. It's not responding. Program not responding, right? And in line with these rape cases, it's in this day and age. I'm not sure in other continents, but mostly in Africa. I'm not sure in other parts of Africa, but in the southern part of Africa where I am, there are these false rape cases rising, right? Uh, that people sometimes they enjoy these encounters with this person, and the next day they feel regret, right? So the next person may want to punish the other person, or revenge, or for some sort. Maybe they just came here just to trap them with this sexual encounter, so now they want to punish them, right? So it's now, right? Most people understand, especially females, right? Let's turn it to females. Females now understand that they've been oppressed for so long, yet they have so much power in them. Females are the universe in one body. Females have the land, the field, which is the uterus, and also the seed, right? So the seed is planted in the uterus, and males are only bringing in the fertilizer, right? So now females have discovered their power, and they are so angry at males to an extent that they want to revenge, right? So now the questions are in that, why were we oppressed like this, right? Why was this happening to us? Why did males oppress us like this for so many years? So now they're trying. Most of the times, if you can ask the females as to why they're doing this, they don't know. They just feel the need to punish the male, right? It's because it's this anger that is rising up. The anger is rising up such that they just want to punish this person for what they brought them through, right? So that's what's happening. The program is now just not responding because the answers are coming in, right? But then they just don't make sense. You know that you're angry, but you don't know how to act, right? Even with the black person right now, they know that the Bible or other sort of means, right, was used to oppress them, right? As colonialism and slavery, they understand that it was wrong, it was dehumanizing. Now they're just angry. There's this a speech by a political party that I've just recently watched. They're trying to kill the white man, right? They're angry, and the first thought that comes in is just revenge, right? In an angry manner, right? Trying to eliminate the oppressor, right? Africans just want to kill the white man. females just want to punish males, right? So now the program is just not responding. It's angry, it's angry, it's angry because it has the answers and the answers are now making sense. Now it's just revolting, right? And after that, the program just crashed, removed, and unavailable. Now, this is the next stage of awakening. I know because I'm not saying that I'm not saying that I've made it in the spirituality part, but I feel like in these 3 years I've been doing this thing, I've covered so much ground to an extent that I can see the progression the world is in right now. So right now the world is in program not responding. The next one will be program crushed, removed, and unavailable for download, right? So this is a part whereby I've been angry during my program not responding era. I was also angry because I was like, why are people okay with everything happening? Why are people okay with some currencies being heavier than other currencies? Why are people okay with females busy serving males as kings? Why are people okay with Africans being used as the consumers when they can also be the producers? Why are Africans allowed to be producers, right? I was so angry at people being okay with the status quo to an extent that I went in and I emitted anger, right? I lost everything in my life in that stage of my life. But then I moved past program not responding and I just crushed, removed myself from the system, and was just unavailable for download because I recognize that, okay, if I fight the system like this, I will be the one who dies. So let me just remove myself from the system. Let me just crush, remove myself, and be unavailable for downloads, right? This is a part whereby the answers now make sense, right? The answers now make sense. In program not responding, the answers do make sense, but you just don't know how to act. Now the answers make sense, you know how to act. Yes, you understand that the step you're going to act in line with actioning towards this feeling you have is very adverse, right? It's never been, it's unmaneuvered turf. It's never been walked before, so you don't have any guarantees what there is out there if you remove yourself from what is normal, right? The program, the computer was your home. It's what is normal. You know, if I touch this, this is what happens. If I do this, this is what happens. So if I remove myself from this familiar ground, what is there for me out there, right? Nobody has ever maneuvered this turf. You are taking baby steps. It's new to you. You are the first one to walk this turf, right? You are very afraid, right? You knew in program not responding what to do, but you were like, I can't. So you're just angry, fighting, fighting, fighting. Now you're like, you know what? If I fight, I will die. So let me just remove myself and just walk the walk, right? So now you're walking the walk. So this is when the Africans, the angry Africans, will start holding seminars, right? Raising awareness to analyze this thing. Okay, this is where we went wrong. Let's self-introspect. How did we allow this thing to go wrong? Let's just remove ourselves from the system and analyze ourselves. Let's self-introspect. Let's just crash inwards, analyze, assess ourselves. Where did we go wrong? What message did we put out there to give them the audacity to do this to us? Where did we go wrong, right? Self-introspection, raising awareness, putting everything in equilibrium just to maintain peace and harmony, trying to maintain peace and harmony within and emitting it into the environment, right? That's where we're going now, right? As the world at large, to understanding that no, in as much as we were victims, we had a hand in this. We allowed it to happen. And in as much as we're angry, there is another way to actually tackle this thing. And then after that part, you then go to oneness, right? This is where I am right now. So I'll end it here for now because I don't know or on the other end of oneness, what is there, right? For now, my guides told me that after oneness, it is then when you transcend into the other side of life. You leave the physical vessel and go to be another vibrational frequency which isn't of the flesh, right? So the next step will be crushing, removing ourselves, and just being unavailable for downloads. It's when you're self-introspecting, understanding that there are peaceful ways of tackling being a victim, right? Removing yourself from the victim mindset, and understanding that you can use that victim state for the better. That's where now you are being you're opening yourself up for oneness, which is the fifth and final stage of awakening, which is oneness. Oneness, can I read this? Can I read what oneness is? I just wrote it down because as I told you, this was just a fast download, right? So it says here, oneness is self-removal. It doesn't mean you don't exist. It means you appreciate the experience of being programmed, so you can discern between being controlled and being free. Now you can have healthy relationships with people because you've experienced maltreatment and control. Makes sense. So that means that now you've self-introspected and you've understood where you went wrong, where you put yourself at a point that you're okay with being victimized, right? It was somehow my fault to be victimized. When you start understanding that part, now you are just emitting love, light, peace, and harmony. You are starting to accept that, okay, this happened to me so that I don't do it to the next person. This happened to me so that I can help heal my oppressor. This happened to me so that I can have healthy relationships moving forward, right? So, and once you're there, it means that you are fully awakened on the physical realm. Now you're just waiting to move on into the spiritual realm, to be another entity vibrating at a different, higher vibrational frequency, right? Without the flesh. Because in as much as we're vibrating high, sometimes, most times, the flesh is restricting us from vibrating to our fullest potential. So since we're still on the physical realm, there is a limit of vibration. There is a highest point of vibration. You cannot vibrate any higher than that. If you do, you will die, right? So once you've reached the stage of oneness, understanding that no, this happened to me because I'm supposed to heal myself and help others heal in the process. Heal my victimizer, heal my oppressor, and also be able to be conscious of not hurting or controlling the next person, so that you can have healthy and non-toxic relationships moving forward. So we'll get there as the world, and there are a lot of people out there who have awakened, and I feel like they will hold our hands as we move along. Thank God there are people who've maneuvered the turf. We won't be alone. There'll be somebody hand holding us through it all, and it's okay. It is okay. And oneness in line with rape cases is when you just understand that this whole thing was not your fault, right? In as much as it's possible that you've attracted it not consciously, and underline not consciously, you attracted it, but by one being cute, being pretty, right? Having a nice body, living in non-secure areas, right? So all of these things are not your conscious fault. It's just something that you created before coming into this world. You chose that I want to live in that neighborhood, maybe for a reason that neighborhood will help you fulfill your soul purpose, right? So you chose that neighborhood, as unsafe as it is, but it will help you maybe be a tree cutter, right? That was your main aim, to live in that environment. You overlooked the fact that it's not secure because you had this sole purpose in your head, right? That's number one. Number two, your EMR frequency, your electromagnetic frequency was so in line with the beauty a range such that the connection, the light connected with the sound vibration came together and produced this beauty you are, right? So you attracted these perverts into your life. They looked at you like, wow, she's so nice, she's so pretty, right? It's not your fault. You did not create it consciously. It was because your beauty was supposed to be in line with your soul purpose, right? If you were not beautiful, maybe your soul purpose wouldn't have been executed. Sometimes it's not even in line with your beauties. Most of the time it's because your vibrational EMR, your vibrational your electromagnetic vibration is in the beauty side of the spectrum, such that when it connects with the light, it brings out this beautiful a vessel, right? So it's not your fault. Yes, I'm pretty. I made that. Yes, I live in this neighborhood. I made that. But I made all this to serve my purpose, not to give it to you. It's not yours. It's for my purpose. So none of this is your fault. But then we are put in a position of forgiveness, because if we don't forgive as an individual, you are eating your own self up, right? It's impossible to forgive. It's wrong. In fact, it's wrong on every other level to forgive. But then as an individual, you just put yourself at a spot whereby you say, okay, if I don't forgive this person, it will eat me up and we're both gonna die. Which one am I okay with? Let me just let him or her go. His or her karma will deal with him. Let me just be okay with it. Accept that, okay, fine. I attracted this subconsciously. Consciously, I don't want it and I don't wish it on anybody. But let me just move on. Love and light to them. Let their own karma deal with them. Just send love and light. Bless them. Let them be, right? Also with Africans, slavery and colonialism, it happened. Now you understand that, okay, I attracted this by being black. I attracted this by being spiritually enlightened. My hair, my woolly hair, is so strong to understand that it can bring in vibrations. I understand spiritual messages better. I'm really quick with discerning spirits, right? I'm vibrating very, very high, right? That was my fault. It was my fault for being that, because again, my spiritual purpose led me into being black, right? My EM frequency combined with the light produced a melanated individual. So it's my fault on the subconscious level that I'm black and I was prone to slavery. But then it happened, right? It's okay. Let me just forgive my oppressor. Bless them. Their karma will deal with them. But for now, I love myself as I am. I'm perfect. In as much as I was a victim, I can turn that into being a victor. I can help others go through this painful path and come out victorious. I can help others forgive themselves and forgive the next person. I can help others transcend. I can bless my oppressor. I can now form healthy and non-toxic relationships because of what I know and what I've experienced, right? That is oneness. And once you are there, you vibrate so high to an extent that love, light, peace, and harmony. I am the beacon of light. Element signing out. Checkmate.